People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. First part of the video is called Say That It Is Not So. The second time in as much as 2 months. I am speaking about an incident that occurred at a place called Rallington Town that is in St. Andrew, a basic school. Based on information, it is said that a 4-year-old youth lost his life. These are the details. It is said that a teacher picked up some students, don't know how much. However, at about 9 o'clock, after reaching back to the school, rest of the picnic them exit the vehicle. However, the 4-year-old was left inside the vehicle. Later on that afternoon, the teacher went back only to realize that the 4-year-old youth was still in the car. They rushed the little picnic to the M0NTH children's place of recovery. However, people, he was pronounced at about 3 something. Now, people, let's analyze this common sense. This does not take a rocket scientist to figure out what went wrong and how this could have easily been avoided. First thing first, this teacher, she left from the school or wherever. She should have been given a list of how many children she was going to pick up and how many children she was going to deliver or drop off at the school. Basic thing, you know, people. You don't need no computer. You don't need no big software. You just need even a slate, even a chalkboard, piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. You pick up 6, you drop off 6. Anything other than that is unacceptable. The next thing, don't these schools communicate? Isn't there a line of communication with whoever is sending this teacher to make sure say them dot the I, cross the T? Isn't there a thing that them call roll call, where them mark the register and make sure say, alright, little Sissy, little Tommy, little Toby in a grade 1, 3, 4, whatever the case is. Miss Teacher X pick them up, Teacher X drop them off at their specific class. Simple thing, people, in a take no sorts of rocket scientists. The next thing is that when you as a driver, you are somebody that is given a responsibility. You cannot delegate certain jobs to certain people unless they can properly display that, listen, they have that competence. Their mind is clear. Now, people, truth be told, I am sure that this teacher did not deliberately or intentionally leave this child in the car. However, whether you are doing it deliberately or not, it still counts for irresponsible, negligence, incompetence, point blank and period. Because at the end of the day, you are dealing with children, little pitney. So therefore, you're supposed to have that level of responsibility that people leave. Because remember now, this mother, this father, this parent, the guardian, trusted that this teacher could pick up their pitney and drop off their child at school without any sorts of incident, even worse, any sorts of tragedy. So at the end of the day, of course, this teacher is going to have remorse. Of course, this teacher's conscience is going to bother her for a very, very long time, just assuming. However, what happens to these parents, these guardians of this little boy? How are they going to feel? How are they going to cope? They will have to live with this for the rest of their entire life. They might take it to the grave with them. That's the point I am trying to make. So people, me just say, at the end of the day, we see say a lot of times this is because of persons' minds are too preoccupied. Persons are stressed out with just life experience. Persons are preoccupied with all sorts of stuff on social media, all sorts of mix up and passa. So therefore, they are not fully focused on what they are supposed to do. Their priority take a little back burner, in other words. Now people, there was a next incident on the 19th of January 2022 to be specific, in St. Elizabeth, where it is said that a police officer and the wife, also a P0L, they work at two different P0L stations. He dropped off the wife and then dropped off the 18-month-old at the school, I think in a Black River, St. Elizabeth, don't quote me, message is still the same. And then further on in the evening, the man, the boyfriend, baby father, him realized the little pitney still left in the car. He never took that child to the daycare or school that child was supposed to go. Him just drop off the baby mother or the mother and go straight to work. Forget that he was supposed to drop this child at the daycare or the school, whatever the case is. Now people, let me ask and just comment. Do you think that that could happen to you as a responsible parent, as a responsible mother or father? That couldn't happen to me. I'm not gonna lie. I have two, and people, if I am driving with them, every minute I looking at the rear view mirror. Every minute I call, make sure so them okay. Especially when they were younger, because anything can happen. You understand what I mean? So therefore, don't assume that all is going to be well. You have to check. You have to constantly check. It is your priority. It is your responsibility as a parent. Now people, in this latest incident as it pertains to this 4-year-old, sometimes, and I am not saying that that is the case in this case, these parents, they put too much responsibility on the school, on the teacher. So therefore, instead of them getting up on people, I don't know person's schedule or specifically the schedule of the mother and father in this case. But me just say, sometimes you're not supposed to delegate the responsibility of your child on others, even though it is more convenient. It is not about convenient. It is always about safety. Safety comes first. When you have picnic, you have to watch them like mother hen. You have to protect them. You have to make sure whatever time that you can spend, whatever measures that needs to be taken to make sure that child is okay, it is taken. No other way about it. So people, me just say, this is very disturbing. It is happening way too much. 2 in a 2 months. One on the 19th of January. Fast forward a little over a month and a week or so. And next one again. People, there's a saying or a couple of sayings that go something like this. Whenever you see your neighbor's roof burn up, wet up yours. A wise man learns from his mistake. However, a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. So therefore, when this incident happened, it should put up the antennas of parents or persons that are given the responsibility of being in school, taking care of other person's children. So whether it is your child or not, you should be focused, sharp, alert, and make sure you say, listen, this don't happen, because remember, this is not a video game. This is not a joke. This is real life. This is a child that is 4-year-old. So therefore, they don't have a care in this world. They might have dropped off this youth. Him there in the car. You know them active. So maybe when morning come, him tired. Him there in the car. Him fall asleep. How hard was it to just looking at the car, double check, verify, validate, to make sure say everybody come out? How is it that it takes a couple of hours in the afternoon, so people, them say 9 o'clock the car reach, so therefore afternoon after 12, it take them at least 3 hours to realize that this little youth was missing. Now people, I don't want to bash this teacher, because like I said, it is not intentional, deliberate. However, at the end of the day, it is still negligence. It is still being incompetent. So therefore, let this be a warning. Let this be something for other school, other teachers, other persons, parents, guardians that are dealing with children. Don't make this happen again. Once is bad enough, twice is despicable. Don't let this happen a third time. And people, the sad thing about Jamaica is it seems as if there is a copycat syndrome of incompetence. So therefore, when one thing happens, it happens again. It happens in succession. But me just say, try to minimize this happening. Now people, like me say, the mother, the parents of this child will have to live with this for the rest of their entire life. This teacher, she might be affected, not as much because it is not her child, and then I don't know the conscience of this lady. So maybe it will ride her. However, people, me just say, this could have easily been avoided had persons dot the I, cross the T, do what they were supposed to do. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.